Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Gearhead Perspective. It's getting closer to the holidays, guys and ladies. So I don't who was it? John, was it you that came up with this topic, or was it Fro?
It was
We're talking
John.
about some Christmas movie. No, yeah, Christmas movie cars. Yeah, Christmas movie
Yes.
cars. Stupid. So when we first brought this up, it was kind of like, man, I don't know. There's only like 2 or 3 cars that we thought of, but then we started, talking about it, had a conversation about it. We kind of ripped off of there's just quite a few actually.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not car movies about Christmas, but they're
No.
movies during Christmas with a notable car.
Yeah.
Right?
They're
And that's
movies
what we're
they're movies you're gonna watch every Christmas, regardless.
Yeah.
We don't have any slides to support it, but I have one to talk about that had no notable cars in it, which is so weird.
But let's kick this thing off by showing we talked about how we go with the good and we go with the bad.
Yeah.
Well,
that was me yesterday, laying underneath Mike's truck. It's a great shot of
what
my
value
best side.
could you possibly have been adding from that position?
I was actually adjusting the tie rod ends at that point.
Oh, okay.
So if you look, there's 2 tape measures hanging down. Jimmy has one side, Mike has the other side. Jimmy has some alignment plates. So basically what we were trying to do was eyeball it in using tape measures. Turns out we did not get it finished yesterday because there was not enough adjustment in the upper ball joint on the driver's side.
So is that Mike's short wide?
Yeah, it's the 92.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
With a camper shell.
Yeah.
He loves it.
It's a very old man truck. I like it.
I do too.
Let's see here. So,
and the alignment plates worked out pretty good.
You know,
it's not perfect, but it gets you really close.
Are they like a bought thing, or did you guys make those, or what?
Yeah, Jimmy bought them. He bought them to put on his for his Jeep.
Oh damn. Okay.
But they'll work on anything with the right bolt pattern.
Huh. You can milk anything, huh?
Yeah.
Basically, what it is it's an aluminum plate that bolts to each rotor.
Yeah.
And you've got it's about a 1.5 foot long plate. You've got a spot to put a tape measure on one side. You've got a spot to put a tape measure on the other side. And you're basically just trying to make the measurements as close as possible. Granted, there's some guys out there who know all the science that goes into this. You want a certain amount of toe in. You want a certain amount of camber. We were just eyeballing it in so that he can take it and get it aligned.
Now,
those guys aren't with us.
Yeah. Well, I will say this. He bought the tires brand new. When he did the lowering coat, he got wheels and tires at the same time, or pretty close. Brand new tires in the front. He said he's got about 1,200. What did he say? 12 or 1,800 miles? Under 2,000 miles either way.
Yeah.
And his front tires are shot. Just cords. They're horrible.
Yeah.
So all this was much needed.
I have 2 framing squares that I use.
Hey.
Whatever works.
Yep.
I just slap them up there and run the lug nuts down against the framing square, and it just holds it up there nice.
Yep.
And you can do the same thing, measure front and back to your.
Yep. Well,
that's the only way I've ever aligned the Nova. I've never taken it to an alignment shop in my life.
Well, our buddy, he's a little extra sometimes, especially when it comes to tools.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And I actually called and talked to him today. Apparently, some of the things that I said yesterday he took as a little bit offensive because I was kind of laughing at his alignment plates. When we're all together, we tend to and you'll see it on this show. We tend to bag on each other, and I was messing with him more than anything else. But that actually got everything really close. It was cool watching everything come together.
Yeah,
bagging on each other is our love language.
Yeah. So Mike had to order an offset caster bushing for the driver's side to get it in spec. So that was supposed to have come in today.
Huh.
But anyway,
he actually did get that today. The alignment tool actually fixed all the problems on the front, so he's all good.
Cool.
And this is a lowered truck, so those are what we affectionately refer to as dream beams. I don't know if they're dream beams, but that front suspension is a pain to work with because it is twin I-beam suspension.
Yeah, those are dream beams.
Lowered truck, you're going to see those problems. You're going to get that on these big jobs.
Get those on the big, yeah. All right.
So let's roll into it.
Hold on, before you do. No, what's the very first car you think of when this topic comes up?
Christmas car movies?
Yes, for Christmas. Yeah.
The first one that pops up for me is the one from A Christmas Story, but it's not actually the one that they drive in The Christmas Story. It's some of the cars that are kind of burned out on the side of the road. When the kid gets in the fight at one point where he's just screaming obscenities and his mom has to pull him off that kid. Like there's like an old burned out Model A sitting off to the side. Like I think about that more than anything else.
Yeah, green eyes. Green eyes. Okay.
John, what do you think about?
Oh, mine's really just the wagon from National Lampoons. That's the iconic Christmas movie.
The truckster or the
that was just a Taurus wagon.
Taurus wagon.
Yeah.
Well, I still do. So at my house, I'm that weird dad. If we're having like lunch on the weekend and we're having sandwiches, I'll look at my kids and I'll smack the sandwich on my face like this, and just like he did on the when he's driving down the road, flirting with the lady. My daughter's like, "You're so weird, Dad." I'm like, "Yeah, well, you guys don't even know how funny this is for people my age."
Right.
But that's a car I think of too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's fitting because rolling into the first slide that we have.
There it is.
You have that particular wagon.
She's a beaut, Clark.
It was driving under semi-trailers before Fast and Furious was even thought of. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yes.
And it has had a certain amount of modification because I have never seen an 89 Taurus wagon that had wood paneling running down the side.
Yeah, I read about it and they said they made this for the movie.
Yeah.
Not made it, they customized it for the movie. So
look at the wood trim over the rear tire. Like there's no way that matches the actual fender line.
Oh no, no. That looks like something that the kids do in shop class, like when they're in wood shop class in junior high.
I bet you I've seen this car 150 times. And I've never noticed how bad the wood paneling stuff is.
I never did either.
That's all. Go ahead.
What I thought about was the fact that car would never fit under that log trailer.
No. That was also a custom-made log trailer.
Yeah. There was science movie magic going on there. Coolest car in the movie is actually in this pic, though. That Peterbilt day cab back there. If I could have any car out of this whole movie, that'd be the one.
That's awesome. Your affection with big trucks is something that throws me off every time I hear it. Because your dream truck is like a snub nose, isn't it?
Yeah, no, like a cab over Freightliner.
Yep.
Yeah.
So sub question, a trivia, a question about this movie. What's the name of the actress and the car she was driving whenever he was flirting with a lady driving down the road in this scene?
Now,
that was actually Family Vacation.
I was going to say, isn't that Family Vacation?
Movie?
Yeah,
that was this one.
Family Vacation is
I'm mistaken.
Flirting with
Christy Brinkley.
Christy Brinkley in the red convertible. Yeah.
Yep.
And then he's smacking himself on the face with a sandwich.
Okay, I thought it was
the dog peed on.
Oh yeah. Okay, my mistake. Yeah. I got them mixed up.
You're good. They all run together.
It happens.
Russ.
Here look, kids, Big Ben.
I was waiting for the second time around there.
Super, super good movie here, but that car would never fit under that trailer. And you ramp the tortoise off of a snowbank in the way that he did, it's not surviving at all. It's gonna look like a taco.
Now I have to share something here because I'm out of my element. I don't watch Christmas movies at all. Like I just don't enjoy them. I don't. It's not my favorite season for movies.
What a pathetic loser.
No offense.
No offense.
I did watch that.
Damn.
I did watch that movie last night. Dumb and Dumber is good, but it's not a Christmas movie at all. But I will say this: as much as you guys like this car, as much as you guys like this movie, I would rather have this car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Wagon Queen Family Truckster. Oh yeah, it says it right there. Wagon Queen Family Truckster.
I mean, it's very cool.
Yeah.
If you think you hate it now, just wait till you drive it.
Yeah.
But no, it's that when I think of National Lampoon, I think of that car. And when you guys brought up the
4 times the wood grain, half the EPA mileage, twice the headlights.
by the way, in case there's any copyright problems, I stole all of this off the internet. I'm sorry, people.
No, it's fine.
But no, when I think of National Lampoon, I think of this car. I don't even. When you guys mentioned it the other night, I didn't even think of an '89 Ford Taurus wagon. I thought they were actually driving this in the Christmas movie as well.
No, heck no. He had upgraded big time. Ford Taurus.
That's how much I do. That's how much I do not watch these movies. But scrolling ahead. Let's see if I can remember how this went.
Oh,
that would be.
Oh, no, I can't say it.
It was Oh Fudge.
Fudge.
Yeah, that would be the movie off Christmas Story. If there's any movie that I've actually spent some time watching involuntarily, it's this movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Again, I hate Christmas movies, but so is this is the car you guys think of when you think of Christmas movies?
No.
No. It was a Ford Taurus wagon. That's the one I was thinking of.
That's the one you're
I mean,
thinking
this
of.
is one of them because this was one of my favorite movies growing up.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Oh.
Why?
I have no idea. I can't tell you. It's a good movie. I still like it. It's not my favorite. It's probably top 3 though.
Okay.
Like I said, we're a Grinch family. We watch the Jim Carrey Grinch a lot.
Okay.
Throughout the year, and Elf too. Throughout the year, we watch Elf and Grinch. No matter what time of year it is.
Elf's always good.
Elf's always good.
Yeah.
I can't do Elf either.
We quote
All
Elf and Grinch around my house so much it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Anyway, what kind of car is that, Fro?
I don't remember. I remember you telling me. I thought it was a 39 Chevy. We talked about this the other night. I thought it was a 39 Chevy.
Yeah, it's an Oldsmobile.
And I had the year wrong too. It's like a 42.
Yeah, I thought I saved that. It's a 37 Oldsmobile 6 F37 touring sedan. That's a lot of words for a car.
Yeah.
But it's cool, whatever it is.
It does seem like a lot of words just to describe a car.
I bet when they wanted to go somewhere, he said, "You want to take the Olds?" Or did he say, "Do you want to take the 6 F37 touring sedan?" Or yeah.
I would say you're right.
Just the Olds.
Take the Olds.
Take the Olds.
But no, I think honestly, this movie actually hits a little too close to home for me. So I can't stand watching it. Too much for me. Next car, let's get into it.
Scott Farkas, that's his name. He had green eyes. Scott Farkas. Anyway, go ahead.
So this one is of course from Die Hard. You'll get a lot of people who will tell you that's not a Christmas movie. Where do you guys stand on this?
Can I be honest about something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never seen it.
Ever?
Nope.
Holy crap.
Right?
I've
care
seen this
to.
movie far too many times.
Am I missing out, or
Yeah,
do
a
I
little
need to
bit.
watch it?
I mean, jump in the time machine and go watch that deal.
I mean, it just never happened, I guess. I don't know. Weird.
Yeah.
People start talking about this is a Christmas movie thing, and I'm just kind of like a robot backwards and sneak out of the conversation because I don't have a yay or nay on this deal. I got no idea.
It was set during Christmas season. It was I mean, the Christmas party is where the
There's
business
Christmas
all
lights.
went down. There's literally Christmas lights in the
Yeah.
tree in the picture you picked here. It is
the Nakatomi Plaza Christmas party.
Yeah. We all
Scrolling on. Now, I say I don't like Christmas movies. I say I don't like holiday movies. This is the checker cab that, God, I can never remember his name. Buster Poindexter is driving on the movie Scrooged.
It's a good movie.
I'm not a Christmas movie guy, but man, do I love Scrooged. It's such a good movie, and I love Bill Murray, and I love the approach they took with this movie. I thought it was awesome, and we've talked about this before, Bo. You want a checker cat?
I found one on Marketplace not too long ago.
Yeah. They pop up once in a while.
Yeah, I sent it to you guys and said, "Why do I want this car so bad?"
Yeah.
I got no idea.
All Fro could do was bag on how expensive the windshield was going to be.
Well, he's got a history with expensive windshields. So
Yeah.
I do have a history with expensive windshields, but I bet the windshield in that is not cheap. I would be willing to bet that is a pricey windshield because take a look at it. It's not a windshield you could use from any other vehicle. It is only a checker cab.
You're funny.
Well, the ad that you sent out to us, the car had like a chunk of the windshield gone.
Yeah.
So just looking at that,
right in the driver's teeth.
Yeah. You weren't escaping the wind.
It would all work out. Somebody can. I mean, this day and age, people live like 20 years longer. They can figure out how to put a windshield in a checker cab.
Yeah, I think so.
They can figure out how to put a pig heart in a human. This should be simple.
With today's technology and my level of income, I don't know why I couldn't live to be 140, 150.
You're not wrong.
And anybody out there who has friends, they're quoting these movies too, so shut it.
They would cut into me and go, "This fat turd's already got a pig heart in him." All right, moving on.
Oh, that's messed up. Moving on.
Hey,
going back to Christmas Vacation, Cousin Eddie's RV. I think we all know the famous line.
Condor 2.
Oh, is that the name of it?
It's according to the interwebs, if you want to believe what's online, that's a 1972 Condor 2 RV.
Oh, well.
Look at the brow on that thing. Why?
Yeah.
Why does it need to stick out that far?
I was waiting for you to make a windshield comment, but
yeah. That looks
now that's a replaceable windshield. It's a big flat piece. We're good to go.
A big flat piece of glass. Waiting for a cow to fly through it or something.
A 9,000-pound cow.
9,000.
If I had to choose anything on the list, it's probably going to be this.
Nope. Peterbilt.
I would say John's going Peterbilt for sure.
Yeah, I'm going Peterbilt for sure.
Let's take a look.
Let's get through them, then I'll decide. I don't know. This is it.
Yeah. Raise your hand if you've seen Elf less than 5 times this holiday season alone.
Less than?
Less than.
Oh, yeah. I've seen it way more than that.
Oh, yeah. Same.
That's the Kringle 3000 sleigh jet engine.
Oh yeah. If there's not enough Christmas spirit,
Fire that.
you're gonna need that deal. And
Rumor
we all
says,
know.
yeah, rumor says it's got 500 reindeer power.
Yeah.
Just saying.
We all know the best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear.
Yes.
Is a reindeer stronger than a horse?
I don't know, but all they need is 500 of them for that deal.
Man, I don't know. Have you not seen them deals? They can fly over fences.
I mean, they're magic reindeer.
They're even regular reindeer, even non-magic ones. I mean, they run into a fence, smash. They're on the ground, boom, they're flying over that fence again.
Yeah, I think they have more of an attitude than a horse.
They're
so
astoundingly resilient. You're right. I mean, so if I want a motor based on reindeer power, I mean, I might convert the big block to reindeer power at some point.
We need to look into that.
We need to know the conversion for sure.
We should probably.
But see the fact that there's a rating for that, the fact that there's a rating for 500 reindeer power, that tells me that Santa Claus has got to have a speed shop up there.
Yeah. Who do you think built the Kringle 3000 jet engine? They didn't order it off Temu.
I don't know. They may have.
I would have one if they had it on Temu.
Have you never got hot rod parts for Christmas?
Have I?
No, not really. No.
Really?
Nope.
You never got. Wow, that's okay.
Nope. Well, I told you guys, my wife won't buy me car parts. She'll buy me tools. If I told her I wanted tools, she would do that.
Who you think made them tools?
Well, there you go. Buddy the Elf and his family.
Yeah, the elves.
All right, let me check something.
Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad.
Bye, buddy.
Thank you, Mr. Norwal.
Oh, hold on. I got one more. I forgot. So, if you get a chance, go on YouTube, find the Chevy holiday commercials. This commercial right here, if you're a hot rodder, if you're a car guy, if you're a normal Joe just watching a TV commercial, this is what they would commonly refer to as a tearjerker. This is an advertisement based around this convertible Impala that this guy used to drive around in with his girlfriend who became his wife. And then she passed and the car went into disrepair, and his daughter calls up all of his friends to come over and get the car fixed so that he can go drive it around again. Very
dude's got to get a new wife.
Very sad commercial. But at the same time, it is a very touching holiday commercial. You know, it's I liked it, and there's usually a holiday commercial that comes out every year for Chevy, and it's usually something in this same vein. But knowing all of us the way we've all been for all these years, watching all those guys come together to get that car running is a really touching thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen him. I'm gonna look.
I don't have TV.
I don't watch TV.
I watch. We're Amazon Prime or Netflix, and this time of year, I don't even stay up on the regular programs like the series that we watch, because if I sit down in there, I'm just going to type Christmas and find a Christmas movie and blame it on everybody else that we're having to watch Christmas movies.
So before we get into the next topic, I'm going to try to make this as brief as I possibly can. I wanted to throw this out here to you guys. Has anybody seen the new episode of iScript?
Man, I've seen about half of it.
With the Cadillac?
With the Cadillac.
I'm about halfway in, yeah.
That is a 2.5 hour episode.
Yeah.
So, can somebody summarize the second half so I don't have to watch it?
I have no problem with the episode. I watched the whole thing. I actually had a little bit of time today to sit down. I should have been working on this car, but I started that episode, and most of it's just fighting with the fuel injection and trying to get everything together on that. But man, 2.5 hours is a long time for a show.
I don't think it is, as long as there's stuff going. I mean, I could watch his shows for 2.5 hours and not get tired of it.
Well, like I said, I watched the whole thing. It wasn't that bad for me, but at the same time, like about halfway through it, I was like, how long is this show? And I clicked the pause button and it shows me I'm only halfway. And I was like, my God, I'm going to be here for the rest of the day watching this. 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
That's why you do what John does. Get you a smart TV, hang up in the garage. You have it playing while you're doing stuff. You listen.
I actually have that, but it was cold and I didn't want to come out here. It's cold right now. And I moved my station here to the corner of the garage that was dark.
My fingers hurt.
That's why you do what John does and heat your damn garage. Throw a little insulation on that door.
I did, yeah.
Insulation.
And Bo has some insulation on his door as well, and I probably need to just put a heater here. So
other heater. That's like second heat. That's like backup heater in case that heater is not keeping it warm enough.
Now, second thing I want to bring up, and I'm not bagging on anybody when I say this, but
Thing two.
Here we go.
it struck me as odd. I was watching the Grand Trashnell episode of Hot Rod Garage where they actually like painted it, made it look nice, made it a good running solid car.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
So Lucky is putting the harmonic balancer on the crank, and the harmonic balancer doesn't want to fit. So he takes the harmonic balancer and throws it in the freezer.
Okay.
What?
Aha! See, I knew somebody was going to get it. He takes the harmonic balancer and puts it in the freezer
Instead of heating it up.
instead of heating it up.
I was gonna say I've thrown it in the oven before. Got yelled at for that.
Yeah.
I think we've all thrown it in the oven before.
Was there an explanation? That's what I'm waiting on.
Yeah.
No, and that's what throws me about this whole episode. Is I sit here, I watch the whole episode. They never go into anything further. He pulls the pulley out of the freezer. He pulls the pulley out of the freezer, goes to put it on the crank. It still doesn't fit, and they never go into what he did to make that balancer fit.
It even more so doesn't fit, is what you meant to say. Because now it's even smaller.
I mean, I haven't seen the episode, but Lucky seems like kind of a prankster guy. Do you think he did that just to mess with all the viewers?
This is what I'm asking.
The guy's good.
Yeah.
I mean,
The guy is good, and that's what threw me about it, because I was watching it and I was like, man, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It even showed at the same time, it shows Alex Taylor, and she is heating up a bearing or heating up the ring gear on a differential so that she can take the ring gear off. So she's heating the ring gear to make it expand so that it'll drop off the carrier. So this is happening simultaneously. You've got Lucky putting a pulley in the freezer, and you got Alex Taylor heating up a ring gear so it'll come off a differential.
he got to be messing with everybody then.
That's the only thing I can think of, because it just didn't make any sense.
I don't know. It's never worked for me. Never tried.
I've seen John do it once or twice and make something like that work, where you freeze something to shrink it so it'll fit into the hole.
Yeah.
But you usually don't shrink the hole.
You either gotta.
Here we go. Here we go. Fro, you set him up for that. I'm just letting you know. Feel like we can fast forward and
I knew where I was going with this.
yeah, no.
No. So I spent the rest of the day today watching Just Rolled In and Customer States. If you guys aren't watching those videos,
He's talking in old man language now.
Let's rewind for a second.
okay.
I dropped Motor Trend a while back.
Like a hop.
Oh,
like a hop.
this isn't Motor Trend.
Oh, it's not.
This This is YouTube. I went back to YouTube, and Customer States is one series just rolled in as another series. These are people who come in and like a wheel is missing from their truck.
Yeah.
And they put on the paperwork. It vibrates at 70 miles an hour.
So one of the last trips I made up to Britt's house, we sat and watched some Customer States are just rolled in, and they're pretty humorous, some of the stuff that they find.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out then.
Yeah.
Highly recommend it.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
want to pick Motor Trend back up because I love having stuff to watch. But whenever you're paying, I think I was paying $5 a month, and it was nothing new was ever.
No, you
coming
weren't.
out.
You were paying more than $5 a month because I dropped it too because it was 10.
Oh, maybe that's what it was. Paying $10 a month
Yeah.
for
Old high rollers like Fro can pay $10 a month. I'm not.
Yeah,
Hell with that.
I'm not paying $10 a month.
I'm
What do you
trying.
pay?
I signed up for a deal like 3 years ago where you pay $50 for a year,
Oh wow.
and it's gone up $1 since then on my end.
No, I was paying like $10 a month, and I said, nah. I'll pay $5 for Pandora, but I ain't paying 10 for Motor Trend.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it was new content year round, I would.
Yeah, no, but it stops and
Not.
you're like hunting through and actually watching some dumb crap.
Yeah. So what I
just
said
to
I would do.
justify having the subscription.
Yeah, I was gonna wait a while, like a couple seasons,
Yeah.
and then sign up for it for
Yeah.
like 2 months and watch everything, and then unsubscribe again. And
That was my plan. Either that or find a couple friends that want to do a Groupon.
Groupon.
Yeah. Or build
I
your
know.
own Groupon. Just
Yeah.
we all sign up together and we just share the password. And
Yep.
like I take Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and you take Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and we Indian leg wrestle for who gets Sunday.
We'd probably have to paper, rock, scissors.
Oh yeah, I guess because we're so far apart, we wouldn't
Yeah.
want to make the
The
trip.
leg wrestling thing, I'm not.
Yeah. You got the stubby little deal going on though. You're
I fell down in my chair.
Yeah, leverage. But yeah, I think Fro would win that deal. He would end up with all the Sundays. So paper, rock, scissors, because I think I'll have a chance there.
Right.
The old Rochambeau.
All right, Fro. Now we can move on. I know you've been said it 3 times. What do you,
Yeah.
Oh no, you're good. You're
He
good.
likes to move on.
Um,
He's moving on some gun.
The next topic, I don't even have any slides for it. I just wanted to kind of talk about PRI. PRI was December 7th through the 9th in Indianapolis. We've talked about this a couple times, and we all three wish we would have gone. We had people there. We had people we could talk to, people we could hang out with, and
yeah.
we're busy.
I got a picture from one of our buddies of him and Dominator from Street Outlaws.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Who would be your first guy that you would walk in there and talk to if you were walking into this show and you've got a limited amount of time? Where are you heading?
I'm a Sean Ellington fanboy. That's
I'd probably go see him first.
I'd go to Murder.
Make sure I get that out of the way.
Yeah. Because his truck is sweet too. He's got the F-150 in there. It's all done up. That's a bad news bear. I want to go see that. And
He's got a really good personality. Seems like he'd be a good hang. He got a really good style, like his cars and stuff.
yeah.
Are like
Plus
stuff that we would like.
I got something to talk to him about.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'll share this little quick story, little nuggy. Where my car is at right now, with my tuner. Apparently, Sean Ellington, I don't know if it was something happened with the trailer or he said it to work on a truck and a trailer. Anyway, he was supposed to be tuning my car. He started that morning, ran into a small issue, texted me, and he said, "Man, this is what happened. It wasn't not a big deal." He said, "I'm gonna let it cool down. I'm gonna run to lunch. When I get back from lunch, I'll get back to your car and I'll let you know." And I said, "Cool." Well, about 3:30, I sent him a message and I was like, "Hey man, any luck?" And he messaged me back a little bit later and he said, "Sorry." He said, "I pretty much had to cancel the rest of my afternoon. When I got back from lunch, Sean Ellington was here. I had to work on his truck and his trailer. They're on their way to PRI from Oklahoma City. And he goes, I just got them out of here about 20 minutes ago. And I was like, all right, man, no biggie. And he goes, oh, by the way, said he loves your wagon. I was like, ooh, that's right. But I was kind of bummed out about the whole other situation, so I didn't like get to fully enjoy it. I did enjoy it enough to screenshot it, send it to all you guys.
Yeah.
So,
Well, yeah.
It's a healthy brag.
yeah, that's right.
You got a good brag this week.
Yeah. If I'd have known, I'd have been hanging out up there. I'd have already been there. But
so, John, who would be the first? Would Murder Nova be the first one you'd go to the booth, try to get autograph, hang out, whatever?
Yeah, I'd go see that guy for sure. And then I don't know, being an old man, I'd probably go try to hit up some of the booths that I actually buy stuff from. You know,
well,
we all buy a lot of car parts. I'd go talk to the people that made the parts that work on my rig.
Well, and you know, I say we had some people there. Of course, Mike Narks was there handing out the Dragon Drive World Champion trophy. We've had Tim from Aces on the show. Tim and Joe were both in the Aces booth, and we know both of those guys. There's certainly some people there that we could bump into that we would be able to have a decent conversation with. But as far as just going to see a certain celebrity, I think we're all kind of on the same page there. You know, there's some of the older guys were there, and you know, like Tony Stewart was walking around. I think I can't even remember the old drag racers that were all hanging out there, but it would be a great time to go up and you know, kind of get some autographs, kind of talk to some of those people if you get a chance. And I love that stuff. Half these things hanging on my wall in here are autographs from some celebrity that I bumped into at a conference or bumped into at a car show, something like that.
Well, just to be clear, they're celebrities to car people.
Yeah.
When I think of celebrity, I think of people that everybody knows, whether you're into cars or not. Right?
Yep.
And I agree with you. These guys are still celebrities to me. Like all the guys you mentioned, I definitely go talk to them. I would want to go talk to the Old Man's Garage and SRC guys. I would want to go talk to you know, Freiberger and Finnegan were there. Finnegan, you know, those guys were there. It was Cotton and Newburn there.
Yes.
I'd want to go talk to those guys. All these people seem like kind of people we could probably talk to, and they're a lot like us. You know, the old drag racers you're talking about, the old school guys. That's cool, and I'd love to go meet them and whatever. But I don't have the same connection to them as I would the guys.
Right. Yeah. Not even close.
You know what I mean? That's awesome, and I appreciate the history and everything they've done and where they've been. That's amazing. That's why we're all still around, and these other guys are there. But I mean,
hey guys, I got to drop out for just a second. I got a power issue going on here. You guys talk amongst each other on this, if you would.
Crappy internet.
This time it's power.
Bro's got to poop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you go to PRI, you're not going to be able to just like hang out with those guys.
No.
So I would be kind of the old man in me and saying, okay, if I happen upon Bill or Billy or Finnegan or Freiberger or Cotton or any of those people, yeah, I'm a hit them up. But who I would be seeking out are the vendors that I use, that I buy parts from or want to buy parts from. Because honestly, those guys are probably so the hot rod celebrity status guys are probably so wrapped up. You're not going to be able to. Sure. You're not.
But I would still at least go try to say, hey.
Yeah, but I'm not going to go stand in line for an hour to take a picture with Sean Ellington.
No, I probably wouldn't do
that deal. Not that I wouldn't want to. I mean, I'm fangirl on that, but not.
Yeah. Oh man, Jimmy Dale.
You know what I'm saying?
I'd at least want to go BS with Jimmy Dale for a minute.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I talk a
That'd be-
big game like I do all this. I probably wouldn't because I'm
Yeah.
like I'm not. I don't want to stand in line forever. Just like picture hi, and then it's over, and then it's
Yeah.
I would I'd rather have an interaction with someone away from pictures and autographs, and
Yeah.
just have I'd rather have a 4 or 5 minute conversation than stand in line for an hour, spend 20 seconds, hi, picture, and walk off.
Yeah.
That I mean, yeah, you can take the picture home or whatever, autograph, but I'd rather have a little conversation. That's cooler to me.
Yeah. Same.
You okay? Everything?
Yeah,
everything come out
I
okay?
made it back. I've got power now. We're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But all right, so
I have the power.
He-Man on us.
Yeah.
you guys covered PRI and how much you hate talking to celebrities, so that's good.
I don't know about we covered it. Hey, did you guys watch any of the videos of the cars leaving PRI though?
Man, that's what I was just getting ready to say. You stole
That's
my
what
thunder, you thunder
I want to be
stealer.
there for that. I want to be there for that.
Man, I want to do that. No way in heck I would not be there for all those cars rolling out. The parade of power, whatever the hell they call it when everybody's leaving. One, I'd be over there heckling all these 6-digit cars that are struggling to fire up, which is kind of humorous, which we all know why they're doing it. It isn't like it's a shitty car. It's just nature of the beast.
Yeah. Did you
We're
see
trying to
where
roll
old farm truck did a big old burnout in the hearse?
Oh, really?
Yeah, leaving.
I didn't see that. That's
He's
cool.
the only one I seen do a burnout right there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huge
I'm not
fan.
saying he's the only one. It's the only one I saw.
Yeah. I've been looking for all the videos of that stuff. That's
I'm telling you
obvious.
guys, we have to make a point to go next year, no matter what. Like this is something we've talked about it for not just this year, for a few years. We've talked about going to PRI, and me and you agree, SEMA or PRI, we're going PRI.
Yeah,
I mean, Fro's a SEMA guy, and I would like to go to SEMA too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not
but
anti-SEMA.
it just seems like a lot less fun than PRI.
Yeah, agreed.
I think this is.
I don't
I
need
think
to
this
look
is gonna. Go ahead.
I don't need to look at 19 different brands of rock lights
Yeah.
or truck steps.
See,
not
but
like
you say that. I think it's one of those things where you have to experience it to truly understand it. You and I went to John. You and I went to the Street Machine Nationals. What was it, like a year ago, year and a half?
Yeah, right at a year and a half. It was
Like
22 Street Machines 22. We went.
Like as much as it was hot and miserable that day.
Yeah,
that's one of those shows where you have to experience it to truly understand what it's all about.
yeah. And you and we stood our fat asses under a tent trying to rehydrate right next to like Cotton and who all was there.
There were far too many people that we should have been talking to.
We talk about, I wouldn't want to stand in line just to take a picture and move on. And then our fat asses are so out of breath and out of shape. We're just standing there wishing we could catch our breath to go talk to this cat. He didn't want to talk to nobody either because it was 118,000 degrees outside. And it was miserable.
And that's I can remember walking down that roadway that they used to cruise around the fairgrounds. Yeah. And it was you who looked over at me and goes, "Hey, isn't that guy from that show?" And I looked up and I go, "Yeah, that's Mike Cotton. Can we find a tree or a tent or something?" But no, there was some really cool, like Pro Street Alley at that show is always really good, and it's always got all the retro cars that you're looking for. If you're a guy like me who grew up in the 90s and did nothing but read Hot Rod magazines, all of the cars from Hot Rod magazine from the 90s are there. You know, there's the Rick Doberton car, a Scott Sullivan car. most people don't care who these people are. To me, that's a big deal. Troy Trepanier's Impala was out there. These are big name cars for me, and I truly enjoyed that show. I look forward to sometime going back when it's not quite as hot or when I'm in better shape. But I think it's one of those things where you have to experience it to really understand why people love it.
It was better weather this year. We should have went. It wasn't.
We should have
11 billion degrees. Jonathan went. I didn't make it. Jonathan and Britt went. They wouldn't let him in with the Harley.
So Britt goes every year, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we're gonna have to find time. That would make a good time for us to get together and listen to some of Britt's stories, because we've been talking about that for a while too.
Yeah, we've got to get him to come on the show and hang out.
Yeah.
Like I can email him and he can just use his webcam and we'll just have fun with this.
It looks like there's room right next to Joan. Right?
300 feet away. He could sit on.
He could be right here.
Yeah. Yeah, right there where Bo's pointing.
Right
we
here.
can set a stool right there.
Right here.
And then Britt I can sit like this. Look at this.
Bam. You got all kinds of room for Britt.
Look at that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, we got Britt here.
If you guys could see my cursor right now, it'd be right there. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
So
he's got some really cool stories. He drives a really BA Nova, like a stroked LS deal with a F1X Pro Charger. Didn't always be that way, but
and it's nice and clean. I've never actually even seen it in person, but I've seen a bunch of pictures.
Super nice and clean. And he drove to Arizona and cannonballed that thing back.
Yeah, and they stopped.
Had bought it not running, had somebody throw a carburetor on it, and then flew out there and drove that thing all the way home.
Stopped at Midwest Streetcars on the way back, and
oh yeah, he's got some good stories about that. But it's like that's the dumb stuff that car guys do. Is who's gonna try to road trip that thing back?
I want to do that.
Never even seen it. Yeah, it makes me want to just buy some random POS from, not that his a POS for sure, but from Washington State and go to Seattle and drive some yuppie's car back here just to see if it makes it.
I better start out with somewhere like Springfield. It's about an hour and a half.
I'm taking all the luck and none of the give a shit.
All right, so to as we start to get close to the end of this show, to wrap it up a little bit, we're going to kind of play a little game here.
Good game. I love games.
You can talk about games. What game?
John had an idea. This was paper, rock, scissors. John had an idea to kind of bring up some Facebook Marketplace listings. We have talked about this on the show a couple times. I think, if not, we have talked about it to each other a couple times. So what we have is some Facebook Marketplace deals.
Yeah.
And we're going to take a look at them.
Go ahead. I have an addiction. And I look at Marketplace far too much. I think Bo may share that addiction.
I do. I've looked at Marketplace 3 times.
Still hasn't found that button on Facebook. He'll find it. Maybe somebody a little younger can show him how to hit that button.
I feel like there's other buttons for us.
Help him out with the technology.
Easy.
But, and Facebook Marketplace, what people that don't troll it don't know about it is it starts to show you stuff based on stuff you've looked at. And if you look at enough weird stuff, the stuff just gets weirder. And if you look at a bunch of nice stuff, the stuff you got to try to keep that thing in the middle. Or if you're like me, you keep it out a little bit on the shady side. So I sent Fro a few pictures and he's going to pull up some of these shady side.
Now keep in mind, John is a no holds bar Facebook Marketplace guy. Like anybody else would look at some of the ads he's looked at and went, "Nah, I'm good. I'll see if I can. I'll see if I can find one on Summit." And we have found ourselves in some precarious situations because John's like, "Nah, this is good. We're just going to run over there and pick up this motor and we're going to roll."
Yeah.
And that may or may not be how it is. You know, it's there was some homework not done. So this is going to be some of that homework.
Yeah. This Butte, actually, little buddy Bo sent me this because he knows my affliction for anything on 26s.
It's a good deal.
But man, this is a smoking deal. Like somebody who has a car guy in their life could probably take this guy. I'm going to say at this point, like he started out in the picture, he has 1,800. In the ad, it has 1,700. He's already went down $100. I'm saying you roll up in there with 13.
$1,200.
Man, Bo says 12. I'm
1,200.
saying 13. Split the difference and say 1,250. You get a no motor and transmission on 26s with an 18-inch box. Billy Sale. I think that means bill of sale, but it says Billy Sale because it's fine.
We
got the old Billy Sale for this 96 Impala Dash.
John says, I'm with
95 Caprice. I'd be down like 4 flats. I'd be rolling this turd.
No.
I got an LS sitting right here. I got a 4L60 under the bench. We'd be jamming. We'd probably be big wheel racing this deal.
I think it fits you. I think you look good in it.
Yeah. I don't know how I wouldn't.
I don't think down like 4 flats covers it because I think you'd be down on 4 flats. There's no way.
Oh,
Like
thing,
even with no motor or transmission, like $1,700 seems a little shady on this deal.
no, but look at the stance. It's already sitting right.
Yeah, but when you put a motor in it, it's going to drop.
I can deal with the white, even though I'm not a white paint kind of guy. That's just a pretty car. I think it should be more. I think he should pull this down, wait a couple weeks, and then relist it for $2,500, and we church up this ad a little bit and maybe spell out the fact that it don't have a title. but yeah, I think okay. So we just get a title, and then boom, the value goes up $1,000.
There you go. That's it.
Yeah. But yeah, this is a smoking deal. If anybody's in the market for a big wheel cruiser and has a LS sitting on the engine stand, arm's length away, that's the thing for you. Anybody that loves me is watching this and wants to give me something for Christmas. This is your bet.
I don't know. It's so as I look at this, and I'm the nervous one.
As I look at this beautiful daily driver. You forgot to say the rest of that sentence.
As I look at this fine automobile, there are some things that jump out to me that tell me like maybe not.
Yeah.
This is definitely a John ad. John would go and look at this car. I would not.
Yeah.
That's just me. But
if I had a place to park it, I'd already bought that deal.
Bo, what do you think on this?
I'm the one who sent it to him. I think it's a good deal.
He wasn't joking.
No, it wasn't a joke. Like, look at this thing. I was like, hey, go buy this deal.
Yeah.
This is you.
Yeah. And
you don't have any more garage space.
You need this.
I do need that, but I don't have the space. As soon as we get more space, boom, owning that.
All right, so let's move on to the next one. This
Moving
one
on
may be
a little bit.
This may be a little less of a debate.
All right. So how far in the rabbit hole of shit boxes do you have to be before an S10 with Lambo doors starts showing up? This too has no motor and transmission nor front clip.
Hey, go back one picture for me.
Go back.
Hold on. I want to. Are you looking in the background?
Look in the background. Look at that orange S10.
Yeah. That thing's on like
That's what I want.
that thing's on like tractor tires.
Yeah, that's on a
That's
Blazer frame.
I want to call the guy and be like, hey, you were listing this shit box with the Lambo doors, but what I really want to see is that orange S10 in the back.
Yeah.
That thing has to be V8 powered, no doubt. And it looks like you could just that's like mud bog for days.
Yeah.
Where's this jewel at?
It looks like St. Louis, Missouri.
Yeah. Surely we can find that. Yeah.
Is there a lifted Explorer back behind there on the other side?
It feels like people we should friend request.
I know. Why? We're not going to buy this car. We're going to go hang out.
Yeah.
Let's have some yard beers with these guys.
Exactly. Perfect. Hope it's not
At least
Old Town or something where we're gonna have to get is there bullet holes?
This one I would be far more apt to go and take a look at, depending on what the actual price is. But the first thing to go is going to be those Lambo doors.
Hey,
I don't remember the price,
sold.
but
yeah.
I saved this one earlier this week.
Oh.
Boom, it sold. Of course, a jewel like that's going to sell quick, right?
I can't help but to read people's crappy descriptions.
Oh, I know.
Custom drive shaft was make for it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Wow, I didn't even read that. At least it does have a clear title.
LOL. Has clear title. LOL.
Wait, roller only or parts. I've have the truck for 16 years now. He must be about 17.
Oh, hold on. I got a question.
Lowered with coil ass doors.
That's what I was. What's coil ass?
What's a coil ass door?
Kind of.
Is there a coil that raises the door?
Is there a company now called Ass Doors?
Yeah, I have a 2000 LS1 in it. I have a 2000 LS1 in it at one time. I have had or had.
Golly, Bobby Boucher needs to have someone else type out descriptions.
What you need is spell check and maybe somebody to proofread this deal. Like you were deep into a bottle of Fireball when you wrote this out. Come on. You got a nice bed cover. It's got some crappy wheels. Got Lambo doors. No doubt. This is headed to Slamboree. This is headed. You'll probably see this truck. They'll probably see this truck at Sparks in the Ozarks next year.
Steve, if you hear this,
have a 19 color paint job and some bullshit going on.
Steve, if you're hearing this, I'm sorry.
Are they into off-roading or are they into this? I don't know. I don't get it.
Man, I don't know. That's the other thing. They got a big trailer back there. You're not going to get a low vehicle on the big trailer. There's a S10 Blazer in the background, and then there's a lifted Explorer on the other one. That S10 on the tractor tires. I mean, these guys are a hang.
And I'm just looking, Fro, does that look like a body lift on the Explorer to you?
That is completely a body lift.
That's all body lift. Yeah.
Now, let me tell you what I see happened here.
Yeah.
So since you point out that, he was probably about a half bottle of Fireball into this when he made this ad, I would say he was probably a half bottle of Fireball in when he took that big orange lifted S10 on tractor tires. This fella right over here, he took it out driving around one night and he hit a deer or a tree or another car or something like that. Needed a front clip. Finds this extended cab S10, front clip will work. Obviously, nobody cared about it because it's got Lambo doors and they've already pulled all the good stuff off of it.
I love it when we all agree on it.
I got 100 that says the back of that cab has been booted to the bed for us.
I'm just wondering where the Eagle Alloy 17s actually wound up that came off of this truck.
Yeah.
And then they pulled the LS1 out, they pulled the transmission out, they put it in the big truck, repainted the front clip. Now they've got this truck sitting off to the side. Well, we got to get rid of this thing.
I don't have a clear shot at that orange truck, but I guarantee it is orange pilled like crazy. I'm just
it's probably bedliner.
Just guessing. It may be bedliner.
Yeah. My question is like, how is step one Lambo doors? Because you've got the most old man looking tonneau cover, boner wheels, super stock interior, Lambo doors.
Got to start somewhere.
Looks like a stock ride height.
The only reason the bed cover's on there is to cover up the speaker box. That's it.
It's not stock ride height. It has coil ass doors.
It does have the coil ass doors.
I'd be willing to bet that truck has been lowered at least a little bit. The bed is sitting too close to the tires not to be.
Okay. You might be right. We'll give you one.
But
yeah,
this story is all me guessing because this guy's had this truck for 16 years. So he obviously put Lambo doors on it.
Yeah. Well, what year is that thing? It's a 2000. He bought that.
No, that's a 95.
Huh? It says 2000.
Oh, it is 2000. I'll be darned.
Yeah. So if he's had it for 16 years.
When he bought it, it was what?
7 years old.
7 years old?
Ish. So it was a pretty nice rig when he bought it. So I think step one, Lambo doors.
Never understood the Lambo door thing. Never.
Man, it looks like it'd be really easy to, yeah. Okay, moving on.
Anyway.
So, wait, show of hands. Who wants to buy this rig?
No.
Well, it depends. What's the price?
Well, I don't remember the price, but geez, it couldn't have been more than $1,200.
I was going to say at $1,000, I don't think I could do it, but that would be the closest area to me thinking about it.
Yeah.
1,000? I'm thinking 500 tops for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Because it has an LOL title.
No. It has what?
An LOL title, whatever that is.
LOL title means lost title.
It can't be legit.
I don't know.
You got to be able to read a certain language when you get below a certain level in marketplace. Yeah. LOL title means it's lost.
Yeah. It's somewhere.
It's somewhere. We just ain't got that deal. 16 years ago, I had it. I ain't got it now.
I don't know. I'd have to check the price on the windshield and I'd think about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next
is everybody got a sneak peek at this one?
Boom. The 1994 Mazda MX-5 Miata. So you get this. Your wife, she's like, hey, you need a little more economical vehicle. Something gets a little mileage going to work and back. Like, okay, I'll get like a Miata or something. Them deals got to get really banging mileage. And you pull this deal up. 90,000 miles, manual transmission. Got to be good working order. Got to get good mileage.
Got a turbo.
Well, it's also a really safe car because look at this. It's got a cage. Got a full cage. Evidently, you're really doing something in a Miata because you need a wing that is no less than 6 feet off the ground.
I think that's for if you're in a tight parking spot, you just get out and grab it by that and pull it down on the backside, maneuver it in place.
Drive it around like a shopping cart?
Yes. Yes. You know, you're walking through the neighborhood with it, like riding a wheelie like you do at the store at Walmart with it.
Yeah. Looking to possibly sell my Miata cart. Will trade for, okay, so this is a hacked up Miata with a homegrown roll cage in it for anybody y'all that's not on the video version. If willing to trade for Tahoe Yukon or Ford 4-door manual cars? Does
Yes.
that make sense to anybody? A
That's
4-door
what it
manual.
says. I don't know that it
Yeah, I
makes
don't
any
know.
sense, but
So willing to trade for something else that don't make any sense.
no, because
Willing
he's
to
not.
trade. I'm not interested in motorcycles, dirt bikes, boats, or quads unless a bunch of money is given with them. 94 Miata 1.6 with turbo tuned at 15 psi. All the psis.
Yeah, that's double the 90 horsepower that it makes.
Yeah.
So that doubles that up. You're at 180 now.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So
And 37 to 45 miles per gallon too. So that's cool.
I don't know how this thing is still listed at $8,500.
Mike, if you're watching, don't get it. Stick with the truck or the Tahoe. Don't
Yeah.
open the
No. Hey, but seriously, I bet you dollars to donuts I could find 3 third gens that we could buy for a total of $8,500. Nicer, each one nicer than this Miata.
This is going to take a certain person that wants this stuff, man. You know
I'm
what I
pretty
mean?
sure I have seen this car broke down on I-44 at one point.
Well,
Between Fenton and Eureka, I'm pretty sure I went by this thing, broke down on the side of the road.
At the risk of alienating the one Miata owner who's possibly listening to us, this is probably the manliest version of that car I've ever seen.
It may be. Yeah.
I
So,
mean, if you're going to build a Leroy edition Miata, this is it.
so look how big them back tires are, Fro.
But why
Is
leave
there a
the
point?
front alone?
Is there a point to having the big back tires?
Yeah,
No.
it's rear wheel drive.
Yeah, it's rear-wheel drive. Yeah, it's rear-wheel.
Yeah, they're rear wheel drive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
10-4. I was wrong.
Well, they actually
I had to think about it.
there's a thing called a monster Miata. Guys were putting 302s. in
Oh,
these deals,
geez.
and apparently they were actually a lot of fun to drive. I don't know about drag racing, but just like sliding around and street car stuff. But still, at the end of the day, it's a Miata, man. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if I can fit in it.
Still a Miata.
It does beg the question, though. If you can fit a 302 between those shock towers, will a Coyote fit?
No, dude. Coyotes are way wider.
Coyotes are ridiculously big.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Had to ask.
Yeah, that'd be like big block Chevy land.
I mean, I don't know the dimensions. I've never done a Coyote swap in anything, right?
No.
Nope. I've looked at the motors. I've seen them. You know what I mean? They look a lot wider to me.
Okay. So show of hands. Who buys this at 8,500?
No,
Who buys this at 1,200?
I would actually go $3,000 on something like this.
Really?
Yeah, I'd go
Okay.
3.
Okay. You'd go 3.
If hold on, if he's got the doors for it, because I'll put some doors
You
back.
can't
on
even
it.
put the doors back on, dude.
Oh, I'm gonna lop the wing off then at least. Let me lop the wing off, and I'll give $3,000.
I'd probably lop the wing off and finish the cage out back.
Because
like make it look like
I
it
bet
carries
you-
more water.
I bet you it's a fun car to drive.
Yeah.
And I say
I-
that because
I
our
bet it
buddies used to have.
swapped ends in a hurry.
Oh yeah, we had a buddy that had an old Acura Integra. I mean, it's front wheel drive deal, but 4-cylinder with a turbo. And I don't know what kind of power. It didn't make a lot, but it felt like a really fast go kart. It was lowered or whatever. I feel like it would probably drive a lot like that, but probably a little bit more fun being rear wheel, sliding around a little bit better. Or for me,
I don't know.
With that
I
being
don't know.
said, I would
All
never
right. Moving on.
either way.
So
I'm
little at the
trying to
south
think.
end. Oh,
We did have one more.
this one is not a bad car. This is a good car. This is a really good car. If you're in the market for a hot rod, this is a hot rod. At 83 El Camino for $5,000. Just needs motor assembly hooked up to get running. Car was set up for 1/4 mile, built rear end, cam board, high compression pistons, power glide transmission. Too much to list. I have record of motor is a 350, 500 horsepower. I don't know. That's everybody says 500 because that's a number.
This guy doesn't do punctuation at all.
No, he's
He
a
drives me
run-on
nuts.
sentence. Body is in good condition. Blah blah blah.
There's a period right there. He put a period. Good.
I don't have time to finish it and need it gone to get more space. So if you look deep up in here, if you can get past the why somebody would do this much work and leave a clutch fan on the front of the motor is beyond me. But if
It
you
really
look
covers
past
up
that-
those billet pulleys.
if you look past that, you can see some billet pulleys, some good parts. You can see a set of good trick flow heads, aluminum high-rise intake, a Holley carburetor. Like somebody did some good stuff and then just left garbage all around it. Somebody needs to spend the $5,000, which probably means $4,000 at this point. Yeah, pull that thing home, clean up that engine bay, put a set of electric fans on this radiator.
Got some right there.
And go either sell this thing for $9,000 or go have fun with it. Because this is a good deal.
Yeah.
So this car was
Yes.
built for a bar
Okay.
bet, and they were racing for pink slips. The guy won it. They didn't have time to do all of the things they needed to do. The guy won it. He doesn't want it. That's why it's stuffed into a lean-to with a Chevy truck bed stashed behind it.
Dude, $5,000. This thing has been sitting. That motor had to have been built 15 years ago.
You got a
That's a
point.
brand new set of 15-year-old trick flow heads. That's like the first pair of twisted wedge heads that ever came out.
Now let's be honest about this. The floor is completely gone behind the seat.
Think so?
I don't ever sit behind the seat. Like I don't even put anything in the floor behind the seat. I keep a flathead screwdriver and a 9/16 end wrench and a tire pressure gauge. But I'm guessing I could keep those in the console. Because if you had all the pictures, this thing actually has a pretty nice console, a nice set of it. It's got all the full interior in it. It's still a nice car.
It's not rusty.
I don't know. It's been in this lean-to for 20 years based on the dust.
It's true. That may have floor pans. I don't know.
It may have floor pans. It's actually a really nice example of an 83 El Camino. I would go spend the almost $5,000 to buy this car, which means I got 4 bills in the left pocket and some more in the right. And we'll see where we end up, old man.
Yeah. That's a $5,000 car all day.
Oh yeah.
Watching the market on G bodies. Yeah, that's a $5,000 car. If you were to clean that up, get it running, tinker with enough to get it running, yeah, you're talking $9,000.
Yeah. 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 It's already got.
Yeah, this isn't a
bone.
bad deal, and it doesn't reek of.
Oh, I bet it reeks
Like
of something.
I don't see stacks of copper wiring around the back of it. I don't.
No, some old
Like
man
it-
was building that deal, and now he's not.
It looks like a particularly well-made shed that it's sitting in. Yeah, I'd probably be
Yeah.
okay with it. I'd probably go take a look at that one.
Yeah.
I really want to power wash it. If he would just let me come do that, I wouldn't charge him nothing. I just want to do it.
Man, could you imagine if all you did was button that thing up and get it turnkey driving around the block and power wash it, maybe do a little bit of
Yeah.
buff, vacuum out the interior.
Man, I'm getting quite the collection of stuff going on. I got a nice carburetor. I got an aftermarket fuel injection system sitting up here. I got all kinds of stuff we could take and just throw on.
Yeah.
I got some electric fans. We just need to
Yeah.
find
That's
something
almost
like that.
that's almost right in that mileage range you want too, Bo. You could probably cannonball that one back home.
Where was it at?
Jefferson City.
Jefferson City. Yeah.
How far away is that deal from me?
It's like
Uh, 4 hours.
Y'all gonna get me in trouble.
yeah, dude,
I'm gonna go buy a car at Christmas time.
no kidding. Yeah,
John's on board. He's going with you.
Cannonball home.
Yeah, it's 3.5 hours away. It's not bad at all.
Yeah, that's Cannonball trip.
It's up by Columbia.
All right, we need to figure
All right.
that deal out.
That sucks. That's a good deal, man. I really wouldn't mind.
Smoking deal.
That
I'm telling you.
Bet you can get a
So-
45.
We've already gone way too long on this, so we're going to go ahead and burn through the last of these. I wanted to go ahead and bring up some older pictures. Start off with this one. That is we are cutting down Bo's rear bumper at that point. That is my son holding up his hand so that he can't see.
Incorrect. It's already been cut.
Sure
Jimmy's now booger welding it back together.
Yeah.
And that's why my son's holding up his hand, because I taught him safety.
No, your
And
son's
he's got
holding up.
his-
No. Your son's holding up a phone with the flashlight on because Jimmy can't see.
Right.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
That
I was
makes
doing-
sense.
I was doing the same thing. I'm right behind John holding
He's
my
holding up a phone and looking straight at the arc.
Yeah, you didn't teach that boy nothing.
No. He's over there running with scissors at this point.
Fail.
You'll put your eye out. What does that even mean?
2 minutes later, John looked at him and goes, "Hey, can you run out to my truck and give me a beer?"
Yeah.
Hey, wasn't this? Didn't you catch your beard on fire not too long after this? Or
I think I did.
I think you were welding, and I think you caught your beard on fire. I don't know. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Moving on.
Fire
This
department got
picture,
called.
I think Bo has a story on this picture.
Fire department got called. We used to. That was the only garage door into our shop at the time, and we would be under the influence and hanging out and having parking lot beers and shop beers. And we would decide to do burnouts. And on this particular night, Devin decided to show off the diesel power stroke power and get the fire department. The fire department showed up. Thought the building was on fire. This is in the very beginning of the burnout.
To clarify for when this goes into audio, this is Devin's truck. Devin is doing a big smoky burnout. This is a 4-door diesel Ford, like a 96 model.
But it was done up, man. It had all kinds of good stuff.
He had it tuned.
Yeah, I mean, well, I think we'll have to ask him about it, but it had some stuff on there. There's some aftermarket parts on that deal, not just a tune.
Well, and I remember riding in this truck with a gooseneck trailer on the back of it with the monster truck and all 4 tires stacked up on the front of the trailer. And we towed that thing to Springfield. And the whole time, Devin is staring at the EGT gauge because he knows he's either got to slow down or he can give it a little bit more based on what he's seeing there. And he was freaking out the whole time.
It was a good truck.
Sad that it went away, and sad that it went away the way that it did. All right. So last picture of the evening. Let's get into this. This was not the original shop. Was this the original shop? I can't remember.
No. The original shop was just
that's right.
behind this one. It was all connected. This used to be old Chevy dealership back in the day. It started life as a Chevrolet dealership in like the 60s, I think. And it was a bunch of different places that had been walled off or whatever. This is the second part of the building that we had rented.
So if you look in the pictures on this one, this is an overhead shot. I'm actually like standing on a wall of a separate section of the building to take this picture. You can see in the picture, you've got, of course, Jimmy's Nissan up in the front window. This particular building has a large front window area. At one point, it was a under 18 dance club. It's been a skating rink. I believe now it's a dispensary. So
it was a dollar store after we left for a little bit.
It was a dollar store. That's right. So you can see Jimmy's truck is up in the window. Jimmy's Cutlass, the green car, is actually sitting in there. The white Jeep was originally Bo's, and then I bought it off of Bo. At this point, it had to be mine because it's got green hard doors on it, and I'm the one who bought the hard doors for it.
Yeah.
The square body, which we have yet to show a picture of up until now. This was the backed out square body that Bo was building. And then Henry's.
I've got a lot of pictures of it I can share. So
we need to have like a show where we talk about that. But Henry's Chevelle is down here on the end. That car has a troubled history, but this was where we kind of started this process. This has got to be 2004, 5?
4 or 5, yeah.
So
yeah, you know what? Hold on. No. It had to be before 2004. Remember the Chevy truck? I bought a brand new Chevy truck in 2004.
Ooh, that's right.
I bought it brand new off the lot. And remember, it had the 30-day tag in it, and I ordered a 4.6. 4.6. It was a cat eye truck, and I had 20-inch wheels, and we did a 4.6 drop, which meant we had to notch the frame to do that. And it was the first cat eye single cab short wide around in the area that was has been lowered, and and that's all I did to it was lowered in wheels. But it was it was a slick looking truck. But that was after
the exhaust off just after the cat.
Yeah, it sounded really good. But that was after this picture. We weren't in the shop whenever at that. So this was pre 2004.
This has got to be 0302.
So we had the one room with the paint booth shop. Did we move from there to there?
No, we were in this one first.
Okay. They were so it started in the small one where TJ threatened your life because of the firing up the boat with him behind you.
Yeah, when you fired up the jet boat, that was the first shop.
Okay.
And then this was the second shop.
Yes.
Okay.
And then
third shop was the one where we got all the tires.
Yes.
Yes. That would be the 9-bay shop back at the back.
Yeah. Yeah. Wishing I had that tire machine now.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'm in the market for a tire machine if anybody has a hookup.
We had the tire machine wasn't the best, but it worked fine. But the balancer was actually really nice.
I want one that's not the best, but works fine because my fat ass does know how to change tires manually. I just don't like doing it.
I won't.
And I
just take it to the shop.
Yeah, I know. And they made me mad.
Well,
made me mad because I will injure myself trying to prove a point. I don't need you.
I do my own stuff.
I do what I want.
But we'll talk about changing tires on a future episode. Anything you guys want to throw in here just to kind of wrap this thing up?
No. Did we talk about everything we talked about? Or you know what I mean? Did we get to everything we wanted to talk about?
I don't know what I don't know yet.
I don't know what I don't know yet. But what I do know is I don't know yet.
Yeah.
Basically, this episode, all we wanted to touch on was Christmas movie cars. We have some ideas for the next couple shows. We're gonna work on that. I feel like we're starting to get a little bit better at this, but it's a learning curve.
It is what it is. We do. Well, I'm not going to say anything. We got some guests coming up. I do know that.
We do.
That'll be fun.
We do, and we want to have some fun with this. I want to go ahead and throw it out there since this is since some of you guys, the next episode will be coming out on Christmas Eve, tentatively.
Tentatively.
Depends on if I remember to schedule.
I
Basically,
didn't like that word.
A show would have come out today. Now, what is today, guys? The
Sunday.
10th?
Hey,
Sunday, the 10th.
Sunday.
And someone forgot to schedule it, so it's coming out tomorrow now. So,
well, and we still have
which is
some
fine.
minor details on that to work out. But
I mean, yeah. Well,
minor details is where we're at. For right now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you and good night.
see ya.
Everybody love everybody.
I always